Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another episode of The Walk Around. Grab some popcorn, get some drinks, and enjoy the show. Alrighty guys, what's up and welcome back for this season of The Walk Around. Now this is technically officially season 2. Well, I think it's actually closer to about season 5 or 6, but we started off with the season's things for last month, so we're just going to carry on from there. So technically not season 2, but season 2. So yeah guys, obviously first things first, we're going to start this season off with a bit of an off-road. And yeah, I'm actually curious to see what bikes are going to be involved in this season. We are doing things very differently, so I would have just finished with the photos with it now, and then following that guys, we'll get our little walk around going, and then yeah, once we've got the photos and everything, then we'll do our walk around. So the walk arounds are going to be coming out pretty much as the bikes are being uploaded. So as soon as this bike hits the market on AutoTrader, there will be a walk around with it that you guys can actually go and watch, and all sorts. So yeah, doing things a little bit differently. So yeah, just a little heads up, we're not going to be posting all of them all at once at the end of the month like we used to do. Now it's just going to be a steady flow of whatever's coming in, whatever gets photos, and we're just going to do a walk around. So yeah, that's how things are going to work from now on guys. So with that being said, I think there's going to actually be more than usual in terms of their quantity of walk arounds. I think we might even push for like 14, 15, 16 bikes. For example, I know that we have more than 12 lined up for this month. So yeah, again, it all really depends on what bikes we're getting in, how quickly they finished at the workshop, getting them ready for the floor. So yeah, we'll just take it as it comes guys. And yeah, really it's like I don't know what to expect. I just know that we've got a bunch of bikes and eventually they're going to come for photos and a walk around. So yeah, that's how we're going to do things from now guys. So first up guys, this is a 2013 YZ450 F. Now I must say there's a little bit of confusion with this bike because it is very different compared to your normal YZ450s. So you can tell that immediately just by looking at the plastics. And then we've also got some bar raisers here and a very, very fancy top of the line steering dampener. So that is, yeah, to see something like that on a bike like this is actually pretty insane. That is quite possibly top of the range steering dampeners on there. And yeah, that's not something common that you're going to see on these bikes. I do have a slight suspicion that this is actually one of those stunt bikes because I actually have a cousin who does nitro circus kind of stuff, and he actually cut out his fairings here, and it's literally perfect if you want to come and do a trick when you're off the bike and grab there. So yeah guys, there's part of me who's like, okay, it's maybe a Dakar bike, but I do actually think that this is more so like a stunt bike. Not your wheelies and stuff like that, but your backflips and flying through the air and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. I think that is what this thing is built for, because my cousin has a KTM and he actually had to go and put a steering damper on it. And the reason for that is once they're flying through the air, they need to make sure their handlebars are staying straight. So when they're leaving the handlebars and they're coming back here and grabbing the back of the bike for a trick, they need all of that up front to stay nice and straight. So yeah, I really do think that this is one of those nitro circus-esque bikes. And then other thing you'll notice, which is very confusing to me, is this exhaust setup. I mean, look at that guys. I don't know if you can actually see, I think you can, but you'll see the exhaust kind of comes out, wraps around under the seat, and then comes all the way back around and out to the muffler over here. And you guys will actually see that all of that is titanium. Even the muffler, you guys will see it actually says titanium FMF. And you'll see over here as well, I mean, just look at all of that coloring in there. It's definitely titanium. And then you've got this tiny, what I think is like a little combustion chamber. Some of the 450s have them. Like if you have a look at this over here, it's just got that tiny little combustion chamber. So I think that over there is also just acting as a little tiny combustion chamber in there. But again, I can't say for 100% certainty guys. But yeah, nonetheless, guys, if you want to use it for enduro, you can most likely go and use it for enduro. And if you want to go and use it for MX, you can most likely go and use it for MX. That's the beauty of these dirt bikes. Obviously, sometimes they're going to be built for enduro. Like if you take a look at this KTM 200 over here, guys, we've got the lever guards, we've got the combustion chamber guard, the belly pan, the rear brake disc protector, and yeah, I mean, yeah, like there's nothing stopping you from going and using this as an MX bike, but obviously it's built for enduro. And then even if you come and look at something like this TC125, same thing, guys. You know, it's these dirt bikes are very versatile. And over the weekend I actually went and did a what I would call a hare scramble, which is technically enduro, but I actually took our FC450, the Husqvarna 450, and that bike performed absolutely beautifully. Yes, the suspension was a little bit stiff, but yeah, nonetheless, what I'm trying to say, guys, is yes, it might be built for a specific purpose, but you can use it however you want, really, guys. You know, if you wanted to use this as an enduro bike, just put a nice little skid plate on the bottom, maybe some disc protectors, and you know, Bob's your uncle. That's already got a rear disc protector there, so yeah. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to kind of clear that up. Unfortunately, guys, I cannot confirm a price for you, purely because we just need to have a look at what we spent on it, getting it to look this good. So yeah, you guys will be able to go and check it out on AutoTrader. Also, our website should be up on our website. So yeah, I mean, chances are if you're watching this video, you've either come from AutoTrader or the website, so you might already know the price on it. But yeah, unfortunately at this point in time, because the bike isn't uploaded, I do not have a confirmed price for you. So I don't want to give you guys a price and then it just so happens to be wrong. So yeah, as I said though, 2013 YZ450 F. And yeah, guys, as I always do with these off-road episodes, just bear in mind, these are off-roads. They are built to be, you know, run through the mill, going through the bushes, flying through the sky. And you just have to remind yourself that these things aren't made to just go on the tar road where they're going to stay in near perfect condition. No, these are dirt bikes, you know, and even if you come and look at the likes of, you know, this KTM 200, it's an enduro bike, guys. So, you know, you'll see there are some scratches, there are some dents and stuff like that. And if you even take a look at the lever guards, like they're a bit scratched up here and stuff. So yeah, it's just part of the game, guys, you know, unless there's a very few particular circumstances where you'll buy an off-road that looks brand new. And obviously that is, firstly, if it is a brand new bike, secondly, if it was an extremely well-maintained MX bike, or thirdly, if you're lucky enough to get an X like supermoto bike, because then those bikes are quite literally just used in about first, second or third gear, simply just popping it up onto the back wheel. Most of the time they're not really crashed or anything. Most of the time they are very well maintained as well. So yeah, unless it's a brand new bike, an extremely well maintained MX bike or an X supermoto, chances are, guys, it's going to have scratches, it's going to have dents, it's going to have dings. So yeah, just please keep that in mind, because yeah, I'm not going to touch on everything, you know, like you'll see a little bit of rust here and there. Guys, it's just one of those things that comes with the bike. We're basically just going to run through the bike and have a look at some of the modifications / things I just want to bring your attention to. And then following that, we'll just give you guys a nice look at any sort of damage that I need to bring to light. And yeah, that'll pretty much wrap things up. So guys, obviously first things first, I did touch on one or two things here and there, but I'm just going to go back to them. Obviously you've got your lovely little steering stabilizer there, or steering dampener. And what that basically does is it just stiffens your steering. So the harder you make it, the more difficult it's going to be to turn side to side. The softer you make it, the easier it's going to be. And yeah, this tire isn't touching the ground, and you guys can actually see there's actually quite a bit of pressure that needs to be applied in order to get those bars moving. And you guys will see over here, this is pretty much where you can adjust it. Now if I make it nice and soft, then it just flings nice and easily. So yeah, just bear that in mind. You can kind of set that to how you want it to be. I'm just going to leave it where it was. And then just on either side of that, you guys will see that we've got the bar raisers, and I think that's purely there just so that that steering dampener can actually fit in there. And yeah, once again, guys, top of the line steering dampener there. You cannot go wrong with Öhlins. Then I'm just going to come back to the bike again, guys. As you guys would have seen, we've got a beautiful titanium link pipe over there, FMF. We've got a nice freshly painted engine casing over there, as well as the foot brake and the foot pegs, looking absolutely beautiful on that side. we do have a brand new fresh sticker kit on here. That's also one of the things that we can sort out for you guys. So sticker kits, seat covers, bar, you know, the lever guards, spoke covers. We can pretty much fully customize your dirt bike to the way you want it to look. So yeah, if you guys want to buy a bike here and kit it out, you can do that. If you want to bring your bike in and we kit it out for you, you can also do that. So yeah, just keep that in mind. We do sell a lot, and I mean a lot, of accessories. And you guys will see that's our whole accessories section. And yeah, if you don't have it, we'll manage to find it for you guys. So yeah, just bear that in mind. We do have a nice stock seat cover over here. Yeah, nothing wrong with it per se, but you do get the seat covers with the little ridges. It just provides a little bit more grip. So that's, again, as I said, that's something we can sort out for you. Again, on this side, we've got a nice freshly painted casing, as well as foot pegs and shifter. So that's looking super nice. Up front, we've got some beautiful KYB forks. Again, top of the line stuff. You're normally gonna see KYB and WP. You'll see here on the KTM, we've got WP, WP, WP. I'm sure this Husky is also WP. Yep, WP, and same on the YZ, WP. So KYB, WB, very, very similar suspension setups. I just see a lot more of WB. KYB, don't see it too much, but nonetheless, it's still a very, very prestigious brand, top of the line suspension. So yeah, don't take that for granted. You guys will see that we do not have a front disc protector. However, here at the rear, we've actually got the rear disc protector, as well as just a nice little protector there for that rear caliper, looking pretty snazzy. And yeah guys, I think that's most probably about it in terms of modifications / things I just want to bring light to. Not too much going on, but it's such an interesting looking bike. You know, I'm gonna send my cousin a message and say, hey dude, listen, this thing looks like a proper stunt bike. And I mean, even just putting my hand under there, it just feels like that gap is there for that. You know, and a lot of bikes, I know they do have that space there for you to kind of maneuver the bike around, but then why would you have it on the other side as well? You know, that's kind of my thought process. So that, along with that damper, I'm almost pretty damn sure, guys, that this is like a full-blown proper nitro circus bike. But anyways, with that out of the way, guys, we're just gonna have a look at a little bit of the damage here and there. So as I mentioned, guys, it's just 1 or 2 bolts here and there that's just have a little bit of rust. It is something that we'll go back to. This bike actually is going back into the workshop, so yeah, that stuff will get sorted out. But yeah, other than that, we've just got a few scratches here on this part of the frame. Guys, that's wear and tear, hey? If you're riding these bikes with riding boots, this is all gonna get scuffed up, and even over here. So yeah, it's just one of those things. It's purely just wear and tear. We've got no oil leaks or anything like that. I have checked both sides of the bike. Muffler has a few scratches here on the end, nothing major, but I do see that we have, just don't know, I'm gonna show you guys. Yeah, there we go. You guys will see there that there is some damage to that muffler. However, I really don't think that's going to be causing any sort of performance loss or anything like that, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Chain and sprockets are still in really good condition. No bent sprockets or missing teeth or anything like that. Tires are still in pretty damn good condition, guys. I would say at least 70% left of that tread, if not even closer to 80. Tires are looking really good. There are a few scratches on the rims, as you guys will see here at the rear. Over there. Then we've just got a little dent over there as well. So yeah, again, it's just expected stuff, guys. It's really nothing major. I mean, it's actually quite nice that exhaust is all tucked up in there. It really does a good job of avoiding any sort of damage to it. So yeah, guys, unfortunately, I don't have a 100% guaranteed answer for you. I mean, it was even coming up with WR450s. This is not a WR450. Most of the time, the WRs have actually an extended tank, and they actually have, I think, 1 less gear. So yeah, guys, you know, I'm not going to keep repeating myself, but unfortunately I don't have a 100% guaranteed definite answer for you. I will pop my cousin a message and see what he has to say, and then I'll pop it down there in the description just so that you guys can actually have maybe a decent idea of what's going on. But yeah, as I said, you guys can use this thing for anything really. If you want to do enduro, just add a few attachments to it and off you go. If you want to do MX, you can probably do it exactly like this. I would maybe just put some ISO lever guards on there just so that you can protect those levers if you do fall. And yeah guys, I think that's pretty much about it. I don't want to keep yapping and talking about stuff that's irrelevant. So yeah guys, I'm going to wrap things up here. I'm going to send this back into the workshop so that the mechanics can finish on it. And then yeah, I'll catch you guys all in the next episode. If you guys have any questions, please drop them down in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And yeah, that's it from me today guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Catch you guys all in the next one. Peace.